Hi guys, so today we're going to be making something that I love to get when I go to Panda Express. We're going to be making some Beijing beef, and you guys, it tastes exactly like Panda Express. Now to start this recipe off, I'm going to take a few egg whites and I'm going to whisk them in a bowl until they get nice and frothy. Next, I'm going to add in my beef. You want to cut your beef up into bite-sized pieces. You could also use chicken. And then I'm going to add a little bit of cornstarch and some salt. And we're going to mix this well. Now we're going to set that aside and let it marinate for 30 minutes. Now while it's marinating, we're going to get our sauce together. Now for our sauce, you're going to use some Hoisin sauce, ketchup, oyster sauce, sweet Thai chili sauce, a little bit of low sodium soy sauce, some apple cider vinegar, a little bit of water, some sugar, and red pepper flakes. Now we're going to mix this well and we're going to set it aside. We're going to go ahead and take a big bowl. We're going to add a little bit of cornstarch to that bowl, and then we're going to add our meat to it. Go ahead and throw away the rest of the egg marinade. So you're going to mix your meat very well with that cornstarch. So now it's time to fry up our meat, but before we fry it, we're going to go ahead and hit it with some cornstarch. You want to shake off the extra. You don't have to do it one at a time. I was just doing this to show you guys. But you want to dredge your meat one more time in some cornstarch to get that extra crispy exterior on this meat. It is so good, you guys, so it's definitely worth the trouble. So next, you're just going to fry your meat up until it's nice and crispy. You want to make sure you don't over fry this meat. They're bite-sized pieces, so they cook pretty fast. You're just looking for the outside to get nice and crispy. I don't even think I cooked this meat for a whole minute. You just want to let the outside get nice and crispy, and then you're going to remove it and let it drain and set it aside. Here in my skillet, I have a little bit of the oil from the beef we just fried. I'm adding in some sliced onions and some red bell pepper. We're going to let this cook until it starts to get nice and brown on the edges. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of minced garlic. I almost forgot to add my garlic. I had already took some of the peppers and onions out when I remembered you still have to add your garlic. So once you add your garlic in, you're only going to let it cook for a couple of more seconds. And after it's done, we're going to go ahead and remove it, and you can just add it to the bowl that your already cooked meat is in. Just add it to that bowl, and then I'm going to add my sauce. Now we're just going to let our sauce cook down until it gets nice and thick. Now once our sauce is nice and thick, we're going to go ahead and add our onions, bell peppers, and our meat back to our skillet. Now here I turn the fire back up to like a medium high, and I'm going to let it continue to cook while I toss my meat in the sauce, just so it can continue to get nice and thick. But you guys, like I said, this is a dead ringer for Panda Express Beijing beef. It is so freaking good. It takes some time, but it's totally worth it. Yum.